Curbside is a personal exploration of disability and immobility in wintertime Calgary. This multimedia data art piece uses textiles, texts, and photographs to weave together self and the environment through a combination of trace data, personal reflection, and quantitative data. The multiple data forms are used to engage users in the complex topic of disability and its interaction with water and the built environment. The centerpiece of Curbside is a woven chart created using yarns that were hand-dyed with plant materials. The yarns from the background were exposed to environmental conditions over a 6-week period from January to February 2024. The materials used to dye the yarn for the background have been established in previous work with my colleagues to provide a register for environmental conditions such as exposure to light, exposure to moisture, and changes in environmental pH. Over this period, I also kept a regular reflection journal and took photographs of my winter travels as a person who does not use a car and has a moderate lower limb disability. The multiple elements of Curbside create a dialogue between data forms to engage viewers with the complex topic of disability. So I'm coupling trace data from the yarns and photographs with data on daily high temperatures and snow accumulation amounts from Environment Canada. Like my body, the yarn changes, the experience changes, and things overall become less uniform. The self-reflection, therefore, becomes a tool that I used to trouble my own assumptions and experience of place, and to unpack the ways in which I encounter not only systemic, but also internalized ableism as I come to terms with my changed body. The set of photographs which you are seeing here ranged from moments of awe and wonder to sights of frustration. So some of them show barriers between myself and the bus. They show residual of cold, or they're giving small landscape details that were sharpened into my focus by the slow pace at which my body was moving. So while these photos may provide a connection to landscape, it is the tracing of conditions through time embodied in the yarn that I also thought was twofold. Here, I wanted to highlight physical experience as something that is real and difficult to separate from the object, in this case the yarn, or the body, in this case mine. I also wanted to encourage people to think about disability, time, and transience, to ask what it means for a body to be abled or disabled, and to show beauty, nuance, and subtlety that comes with the process of a body in space, and in particular, to consider how the stories we tell impact our own perceptions. So in Curbside, I emphasized the specificity of disabled experience to trouble the boundaries between disabledness and abledness. My self-focus is a deliberate attempt to illuminate the individuality of disabled experiences of space and water. As I note in my reflections, however, this can also have the effect of flattening experiences. It can suggest that my experience could be extrapolated to the other and leave out all of the ways in which different communities or different contexts, such as flood, disaster, or war, may lead to different experiences of water-mediated disability. So a single focus on quantitative data can produce a flattening of disabled experience, but so too can a single focus on a single experience. Without the interactions between data types, the quantitative data weather would be trivial. The photographs routine, the narratives decontextualized, the yarns disconnected from the embodiment of space. Together they blend to provide richer context, deeper meaning, and story.